Hello, hi everyone. Myself Santosh Kumar from Jodhpur. Today we will learn about the cell. What is the cell? As you all know about, that cell is the basic, fundamental, structural and functional unit of life. Why we called that it is a fundamental, structural and functional unit of a life? That there are the two main reasons behind that definition. One is that cell is capable of independent existence, and other one is that cell is capable of performing all the activities which is responsible to consider any object as a living. Anything less than a cell does not perform these activities that is performed by a cell. Just we have just took the overview of a cell, how cell look like. The structure of a cell is just like that. It is the simplest structure of the cell if we considered about the plant cell or we considered about the animal cells. The cell theory that was given by the different scientists, we will look about them after a few seconds. Just now we are looking at them. What is a plant cell? It is a some fundamental difference from the animal cell. The plant cell has an outermost membrane, it is known as by the cell wall, and it is an innermost membrane that is known as by the cell membrane. What is the functioning of the cell wall or cell membrane? To protect the internal environment of the cell. Why? Because cell has two fundamental structures inside the cell. That is what it is. It has a living fluid known as by the cytoplasm, and other thing is it has an organelle, that is a metabolically living structure which is responsible for performing all the living functioning that we have defined into our introduction or into our definition. What is the cytoplasm? It is a living fluid where all the metabolic activities are performing. And why there is a need of an organelle inside the cytoplasm? Because if there is no organelle inside the cell, there the millions of the reactions are taking place within a one time or spontaneously. So when many reactions took place spontaneously, there is a possibility of some disturbance inside the cell. So the cell during the evolution has developed any structures within the cell that is a capability to perform a single particular reactions that is known as by the organelle. The different type of organelle present in either in the plant cell or the animal cell. These organelles named as by the nucleus that is responsible for the controlling cell. Another is known as by the endoplasmic reticulum. It is further two type on the basis of the presence of the spore-shaped structure or powder-shaped structure generally known as by the ribosomes. It is also organelle that is present on the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. If ribosomes is present on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, it is known as by the rough endoplasmic reticulum. If it is not present on the surface of endoplasmic reticulum, it is known as by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum perform the functioning either for the secretion of a lipid that is performed by SER, and RER perform the functioning of the protein synthesis. Next one is the Golgi body that is formed by the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane-shaped structure found besides the nucleus inside the cell. And the Golgi body, it is also membrane-bounded structure, but it is found far away from the nucleus. Vacuole, it is a spherical shaped structure. Lysosomes it is also a spherical shaped structure. Vacuole generally perform the functioning of the storage and removal of waste outside the cell. And the lysosomes, that is the most important, we can consider the organelle because it contains the hydrolytic enzymes. When there is a disturbance in the cells, when some pathogen enter into the cell and cell is unable to fight against the pathogen, or when the cell grow older, in both conditions it destroys the cells, and it is also known as by the suicide pack of cells. But many times it performs the functioning to dissolve or to dissolve the complex molecules inside the cells. Next one, ribosomes. It perform the functioning. It guide the functioning of the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Next one is the mitochondria, which is also known as by the powerhouse of cell because it produces the ATP, which is responsible for performing all the living activities or all the chemical reactions. And last, it is the plastid that is not present inside the animal cell, but plastid is present inside the plant cell that perform the functioning of the photosynthesis, storage and also providing the color. Now just look the overview of the plant cell. what we have learned, that the organelle are present inside the cytoplasm, that is a cell wall, and next one is a cell membrane. Inside the whole environment known as by the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contain the two things. So one is the fluid structures and another the metabolically living structure, that is known as by the organelle. In the plant, the size of the vacuole is big compared to the animal cells, and it is a nucleus which control all the activities in plant as well as in the animal cells. Beside the nucleus, there is a membrane-bounded structure known as by the endoplasmic reticulum. There is a mitochondria, plastid, lysosomes, Golgi body, and other also structures are present inside the cytoplasm of plant cell. As well, these structures are also present inside the animal cell. What we want to say that the cell is the multifunctioning structures inside all living structures, and it is responsible for all the complex functioning that is performing in an individual. How? That if we take the example of ourselves, we respire in order to absorb the oxygen from the atmosphere. We have a digestive system that absorbs the nutrition from the food. We have an excretory system that purify our blood. Same way, we have a nervous system that sends the environment as well as it responds the environment. These all functions, these all multifunctionings are performed due to the mysteries inside the cell. The cell is responsible for performing different types of the functioning. On the basis of the functioning, the cells has a different structures. It can either be spherical, round-shaped, cylindrical, or it may be other structures depending what is the functioning of a cell inside. What is the functioning of cells? Generally the cells combine together to form the tissues. Tissues further combine together to form the organ. Organ further combine together to form the organ system. In the last, organ system combine together to form the organisms. Now thing is that the organisms, it doesn't mean the organisms, for the ideal condition of the organism there should be organ system. Organisms can be formed at any level. It can be formed at the cell level. Just we take the example of amoeba. It can be formed at the tissue level, organ level, and organ system level. What does the mean of organism? If any living structure, it is capable of performing all the activities, that is a future of a living beings. What are these structures? What are these futures? That is growth, that is a metabolic. Metabolics means metabolism, to perform the chemical reactions of the living body, to produce progeny, to produce the offspring similar to itself, and to sense and respond to the environment. These are the futures of a living beings. If these futures are performing independently in any structures, either in the cell, tissues, organ or organ system, then that structure considered as a organisms. In the simple organisms, these structures, these all functionings are capable to perform either at the cell level or the tissues level. In the complex organisms, these functionings are performed at the organ system level, when the organ system they are incorporate and they perform these functioning. Now just comment on the cell theory. What the cell theory stated. First time the living cell was described by the Leeuwenhoek and the nucleus that control all the cell activities. It was described by Robert Brown. Sheldon, he was the botanist. He examined the different plant tissues, different plants, and he come on the conclusion that all plants are made up of cells, and these cells are the different types, and these cells combine together to form the tissues. On the same time, there was a zoologist named as by the Schwann. He also performed the experiment on different animal, but he also come on the same conclusion that all animals are made up of the different type of cell. These cells combine together to form the tissues. He also known one major thing, that there is one difference between plant and animal cell. The plant cell contain the one extra membrane known as by the cell wall, and animal cell just contain a single membrane known as by the plasma membrane. That differentiates, that is a basic differentiates between plant and animal cell. It was suggested by the Schwann, and they both combine together to form the cell theory. The cell theory of the Sheldon and Schwann that was given by them, it stated that all the plant and animal are made up of a cells and are the product of a cell. But there was biggest one drawback of that theory. The question or the drawback is that how these cells arise, from where these cells came. They didn't know the answer about this thing. The exact answer about that thing was given by Rudolf Virchow. He modified the Sheldon and Schwann cell theories. He said that omnis cellulo e cellulo. it is generally a Greek or Latin sentence. It means the new cells arises from the pre-existing cells. So the new modern theory of the modern cell theory, it states that all animal and plant are made up of a cell, are product of a cell, and the new cells arises from the pre-existing cell, and it is a well-defined or the modified cell theory. So it is a general introduction about the cell, and cell has a nucleus which control all the activities on the basis of the presence of the nuclear membrane. Nucleus is an organelle, and most of the organelle also surrounded by the membrane, just like a cell is surrounded by the membrane. So nucleus is also surrounded by the membrane. If that membrane is well defined, then these organisms are known as by the eukaryotic. If this membrane is not well defined, then these organisms are known as by the prokaryotic. The example of prokaryotic is bacteria. The example of eukaryotic, it's we can consider ourselves, that is plant or human beings or some other animals just like monkey. These are all considered as a eukaryotic. So on the basis of the presence or absence of the cell membrane, the organisms is categorized into the two categories. If the nuclear membrane is well defined, then it is known as by the eukaryotic. If nuclear membrane is not well defined, it is known as by the prokaryotic. It is a general introduction about the cell. There's a lot of the things about the cell that is present. We will discuss in our next video if we are able to continue our next video. Goodbye to all of you.